After our couple games of whoopings, I decided to, you know what, let's document our experience as the Fruita Fiddlers.
Hi, I'm Mr. Pridey. I am a teacher at Fruita Monument, but I'm also, more importantly, the coach of the Fruita Fiddlers. We've been playing Baskin's team just pick up wiffle ball, and it's kind of gotten a little more competitive than I expected.
It started off, we had a day where the internet was out. So we went out with Baskin, he had a bat and some balls, and it's just snowballed from there, you know? There's like a
rivalry? I never knew. I knew they were going out to play wiffle ball sometimes, but I didn't know it was anything serious.
We played hard, we were ahead most of the game, and at the end I let a 2-run home run have them, you know, beat us. I think it was 7-5. So that was pretty heartbreaking.
Unfortunately, the games haven't been going great. We're 0-2 right now, and we're not doing great.
Doing a lot more like drill work. So we've had some batting practices, and we've thrown some you know, infield drills, things like that.
Doing some double plays. We're getting some coaching from the best coach in the Wiffle World Series known to man, Mr. Joseph Pridey himself, absolute legend.
Guys are really kind of coming along. I'm seeing them work together as a team. They're communicating, and they're all around just, you know, learning wiffle ball a lot better.
The only thing that the whole team could probably work on, since we only had a few players on the field yesterday, is throwing, catching, and communication. We'll have to designate someone who's going to probably be the caller as a whole, but overall it worked really well.
But we're not running with a lot, but it's a family here on the Fruita Fiddlers. We're a family.
This is real for so many people, you know, like I go home, before I go to bed, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, how can we beat Baskin's team? That's all I think about. I wake up in the morning, I'm eating my Cheerios. I'm thinking, all right, let's run these routes today. Let's hit those balls, you know, it's wiffle time, baby, you know what I mean? Like, it's really important to me. It's really important to the guys. We need to win. We
have a game coming up on Tuesday, and I think this time is really going to be the time we come around and we kind of kick some butt.
Throws are consistent, drops are very inconsistent. Let's just say Baskin is in for a nice little kicking in his butt, so it's exciting.
Doesn't matter how far you send it, you got this thing.
Oh! Every person I said walk up freaking woo! Mason, you hit! I was walking to Mason, you pitched!
That's right, Mr. B.
There it is! Go! Sam, that's you! There we go!
wasn't even a base hit. He hit. That's out. That's out. I was running a base and he hit. I was walking to base and you hit. Go.
Dive, Mr. Baskins, dive!
How you feeling, Baskin?
Oh, like a winner.
You told me to slow down!
That was out.
I'm shit at baseball, but I'm really good at rock paper scissors.
You're up. Here you go, Jarvis.
You guys stop it! Let's go!
I said walk. I said walk somewhere. Walk him, please. Every person I said walk him, freaking went right at.
Wait, is that another?
That's right, Mr. B.
Is that another in a row? Wait, let me just. Undefeated?
I don't play with you.
Oh, Nils came in clutch. Are we out of bronze yet? Wait. Let's go! We just stop you. Hey, split home. Hey, we're diamonds playing.
You guys brought in a nice new bat and a bucket of balls. You guys are serious. I'll tell you what.
Brother,
Doug, he got walked.
I was savoring my walking moment. Okay.
Thanks, fellas.
That was fun.
Yeah.
I want to start this out by saying this was completely not my fault. And I do want to blame one Spencer Zappi for this loss.
So that was bullshit. It was not my fault, actually. I was very disrespectfully walked. It was very, very intentional, so I thought I would take my time savoring my moment to first base.
Zappi definitely needed to walk faster.
He was meandering his way to first base after being walked, and then didn't know that the game was still being played.
And I saw Zappi kind of trotting around like a miniature horse. I mean, for somebody with thunder thighs, I thought he was going to be thundering across the bases, you know. But
And the pitcher decided to keep pitching, which is against the rules. I thought that was a known thing, against the rules, causing me to have to run for my life as Fisher started coming towards first base and then got bent over. So
I would blame that loss on Zappi completely and entirely.
really didn't have, it was out of my control.
He can say all he wants that it was illegal, but he didn't get his fat moving, you know?
We're definitely gonna have to hire a MLB professional umpire for this next one. If it doesn't, we'll be leaving the team.
This next game, we gotta step it up. We had plenty of people batting, some good hits. Just need to work on some catching. That's a big one.
We need to get some guys hitting some balls. There's some guys that couldn't hit the ball to save their life, Pridey being one of them.
Okay, there's some allegations going around that I don't like to bat, or I purposely don't bat. They might be true.
If we can hit the ball, we should be fine, but until then, we're going to keep losing.
The one time I hit this last game, I hit a double. Unfortunately, I got tagged out going home, but
so if we don't let the trash talk get to our heads, we can do better. We gotta step up our game in that regard.
we need to make sure that Baskin's team needs to rotate through their batting order instead of them 4 top players. They're cheaters, filthy cheaters.
We will be setting some rules with the other team, some confirmed rules. I do hear that we do now have a actual pitching box, so I'm excited to get even more over with that. But
honestly, I feel like Baskin's team are stinking cheaters. They always are, but they do it in such discreet ways that they can get away with it every dang time. They're like snakes.
I really thought we had it. That ripped my heart out, you know. Another walk-off. That's 2 games in a row where they hit a walk-off game winner. It was soul-crushing.
the game was great until we played 100 times better. We were doing great. Catching, throws were fantastic, but compared to the first game, but it just apparently wasn't good enough. So, kind of mad.
I missed a couple balls. I didn't run fast enough a couple times.
We brought in some recruits, Parker, Noah. Definitely, they come in, we'll stick it to them. Baskin never had a chance, except for the 3 other games that they won.
Our team was, firing on all cylinders the last game.
The Fiddlers played a damn good season. Played our hearts out, you know. We were pushing, we really were. We were pushing for the victory every time.
Team compared from our first game to our second game was already 100 times better.
We had a great team, strong players, not strong enough, but
I feel like we could have used more practice in between each game. That would have been really great.
You know, maybe it wasn't enough, but I'm really proud of, the people that were on this team.
Got our butts kicked 3 times in a row, 4 times in a row.
As much as I want to say that we won these games, I cannot. I truly wish, as a team, we were able to come together a little bit more. The camaraderie was there, the skill was not.
We missed some throws or, and we got angry and we kind of yelled at each other. That happened, right? And that happens when you're frustrated. But what I've noticed is that we always came back as a team.
So, in my opinion, I don't really see this season as like a whole failure as a whole.
I've got to say we had the best coach ever. Mr. Pridey was awesome. He did a good job.
I hope that next season, after what we've learned and what the coaches have learned, that they'll know exactly what to do to bring it against our opponents next season and how to convey that to the players.
So, you always want to win. But sometimes, not only in sports, but in life, you just don't. And I think it's a really important lesson. Really, the only way that you really lose is if you don't learn anything from it.
Like you can either take failure as failure and you can stop and you can quit, or it's lessons.
we became stronger as groups. We learned from our friends, and we learned from ourselves.
I feel like we did some good stuff in the season. We certainly improved a lot, but I don't know, I feel like we had the odds stacked against us since day one.
When I started filming this documentary, I assumed, we'd have a rough start. I figured eventually maybe we would have a comeback, we would, rise above.
There's always tomorrow. There's always the next day. Even if we didn't win any of our games, we went out there and we played our hearts out. We had a great time.
Me personally, I don't really have regrets in life. It's the way of taking it and the way of accepting it and the way of going through that difficult part and taking it that way is what it takes to take it as a lesson.
But what's important is that we tried our hardest. You know, we tried, we pushed every game. Every game we were very close, and we pushed and we played our hearts out. And I think that's what's really important.
Although this was a couple of our senior seasons, we're done from here. We'll always look back and we'll realize that the Fruit of Fiddlers were some of the strongest individuals.
They're resilient, and they keep on coming back stronger every time. I'm super proud of like how they played and how they kept on, you know, putting their full effort forward every time.
The best thing I've learned about failure is it doesn't matter how many times you get knocked down or how you get knocked down. All that matters is you get back up.
I'm proud of our team because we did good despite having the odds against us the whole time. We lost every game, but we still tried every time.
I mean, really, they were just one step ahead the whole time. We didn't really stand a chance.
Sometimes in life, you don't necessarily win, right? Even if you're the hardest worker, even if you've done more than the other people, even if everything that you're putting forward is more than your opponent, sometimes you don't win. That's hard. That is hard to lose when you put your heart out there and you did everything you can.
And the best thing I've learned is it's all a lesson.
Really proud of these guys, and I was really happy to be a part of this team. Honestly, next year, when we come back, we're gonna come back strong and come back hitting. You know, that's the one thing I've learned about this team is they're super resilient. So, Baskin, we're looking for you next season.
Get on DraftKings, bet on the Fruit of Fiddlers. Get on your phone, download Prize Picks, DraftKings. There's a couple of Chinese apps you can do. I bet on Russian little person spear throwing the other night. Well, I only bet the over. I believe in myself. Over 9 home runs. I lost a $3,000 parlay on the last game. Now I'm really in the hole. I'm actually $3,000 in debt. But this next parlay I've cooked up, $5 can turn into $4 million. A lot of things have to go right. I call it the parlay panini, the way there's so many layers. It's an 81-leg bet, 81-leg parlay. You know how awful that is? Anyway.